what you're learning has been hidden from us for thousands of years. Now through the Spirit of the Lord, which he had to die on the cross for us to get this knowledge. If you knew the significance of why he went on that cross, man, you'd never look at that the same again. He had to die for us to get this knowledge.
That's right.
From his Father.
And that's how the Lord is gathering his elect, by the word being out and preached out here. And then the ones like yourself, you know, you heard the word. So if you're part of the elect, the Lord, now with the word that you receive, now you'll be sealed.
Wisdom,
you know, so we're calling out with the word of the Lord, and the Lord is the one doing the sealing. Those people obviously weren't part of the elect because they were scoffing. So it's like the word went like this, you know, just kept bouncing off their ears. That's why they came up the way they did, and then they left. You know, but you're still here listening. You know?
Itself says study to show that self-approved. You got to study the Bible, but you got to study other books. When I say other books, I mean like the documents, the records, history.
It becomes a way of life.
It becomes a way of life.
Hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will.
This is why they want to distract you with Did He Know?
Did you see this thing that the Biden administration pushed through, this new martial law thing?
Yeah.
This is very disturbing. Jamie, please Google this so we can find out what the actual law states. But it's DOD Directive 5240.01, giving the Pentagon power for the first time in history to use lethal force to kill Americans on U.S. soil who protest government policies.
What are they expecting?
5250.01, sounds right?
Is that what it is?
Sorry.
Did I tell you what it is? I'm sorry. 5240.01. DOD directive. This is from RFK Jr. Posted this on Twitter, and I'm finding out about it because people are blowing me up about it. That's fucking terrifying. That is a terrifying thing to push through for the first time in U.S. history, giving the military the ability to shoot and kill American citizens.
That's crazy too. It's interesting because, you know, with the Smith-Mundt Modernization Act and stuff like that, it's almost like they kind of, in a weird way, just make it legal what they're already doing.
What is that? The Smith Modernization Act?
The Smith-Mundt Modernization Act that Obama pushed through, which basically made it so it was legal for the U.S. government to use propaganda against its citizens, which they were already doing in different ways through CIA and all that stuff. So it's not like we can legally do it. You can't sue us now.
How crazy is it that it's legal to lie?
How crazy
is that? It's legal for the government to not just legally lie, but they can concoct completely fabricated stories just to push a narrative if they decide that it's in the best interest of national security or whatever.
To just manipulate energy in your mind and all.
All right. Shalawam, shalawam. First off, giving all glory, honor, and praises to YAHAWAH, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI, Bahasham, QADASH. Double honors to the apostle and the elder great millstone who will well teach well. And I say shalom to the hopeful elect and the Ahchyam out there push his word and his truth into sincerity across the four winds in the name of YAHAWAH, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI. All right. Call HALALYAM la YAHAWAH, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI, Bahasham, QADASH. All right. We know that YAHAWAH, who is our heavenly Father, the Most High, the power, all right, who the world ignorantly calls God. And we know that YAHAWASHI is the Messiah, the Son, all right, the Savior, the Deliverer, all right, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. I'll be back at you with another lesson today, and you saw the beginning video. I'll play it here for you a second again. All right, it's gonna be going to that in response to the elder brother Bar, whose page here is. Had to pull it back to the beginning, but his channel is GMS Awakening 144. All right, he titled his lesson "Something Sinister is Happening," so it's gonna be a response and an addition on to that. All right, well, he's going to, so tune in and be edified. Also, he does a lot of updates on prophecy, the things that are happening, all right, and going into wisdom as well, and just, you know, he's an elder brother, so a wealth of knowledge all the way around. All right, and another brother that I want to shout out to here for having those same things and that wealth of knowledge as well for us here at the GMS Mississippi camp. All right, the elder brother Yash. So like the brother Yash, GMS Kingdom Minded 144. He also has GMS Living Waters Bar and the Cam channel, GMS Princess of YAHAWASHI. Alright, so there's 4 different channels that you can tune into, alright, and get you some edification, updates on prophecy, things that are happening in this world, just all the way around. Alright. So let's go ahead and dive into what we're getting into here. All right, so the Spirit had been on me, especially after watching the other few of those videos for a couple of days now. And I kind of didn't know how to go about listening. And before, as I was getting up this morning, I came across this video here, and I don't usually, really try too much to be on my phone in the morning. I try to get my prayers and shoot my prayers up and everything. But it was kind of, I said throughout, everything's in the spirit, all right? But I want to play this video here again. I came across it this morning, all right? Then we'll dive into it.
This is why they want to distract you with Did He Know?
Did you see this thing that the Biden administration pushed through, this new martial law thing?
Yeah.
This is very disturbing. Jamie, please Google this so we can find out what the actual law states. But it's DOD Directive 5240.01, giving the Pentagon power for the first time in history to use lethal force to kill Americans on U.S. soil who protest government policies.
What are they expecting?
5250.01, sounds right?
Is that what it is?
Sorry.
Did I tell you what it is? I'm sorry. 5240.01, DOD Directive. This is from RFK Jr. Posted this on Twitter, and I'm finding out about it because people are blowing me up about it. That's fucking terrifying. That is a terrifying thing to push through for the first time in U.S. history, giving the military the ability to shoot and kill American citizens.
That's crazy too. It's interesting because with the Smith-Mundt Modernization Act and stuff like that, it's almost like they kind of, in a weird way, just make it legal what they're already doing.
What is that? The Smith Modernization Act?
The Smith-Mundt Modernization Act that Obama pushed through, which basically made it so it was legal for the U.S. government to use propaganda against its citizens, which they were already doing in different ways through CIA and all that stuff. So it sounds like we can legally do it. You can't sue us now.
How crazy is it that it's legal to lie?
How crazy is that?
For the government to not just legally lie, but they can concoct completely fabricated stories just to push a narrative if they decide that it's in the best interest of national security or whatever.
To just manipulate energy in your mind and all.
This is why they want to distract you.
All right, and that push that narrative just from experience and what I know, they'll pull that, this is a threat to national security. Whenever they use that term, national security, it just basically tell you, mind your fucking business, we can do what we want without telling you anything. All right, they can just throw that in there and it allows them to be able to do whatever the hell they want to do. All right, but really quick, I want to bring up that martial law. All right, we know what martial law means, but I want to bring it up real quick. I didn't have it planned, so I had to grab it. All right. And martial law goes into military government involved in the suspension of ordinary law. All right. So basically, it means that they can bring in the military, they can bring in the government and suspend the ordinary law, whatever it is that they have. They can turn around and say, "Bet we're gonna have this in place. So when this happens, we're gonna suspend the original shit and we're gonna come out with this new shit whenever we feel like. Whenever they push out martial law, you gotta be knowing what's coming behind it. We're gonna get into that. I think it was DOD 5240.01. All right, that they brought out. So we're gonna dig into that. These are things that are happening when they push out this martial law. All right, so it's not ordinary law. So it's not gonna be happening. We're not in ordinary times no more. All right, this ain't the early fucking 2000s. Wake the fuck up. All right. So I don't want to make this long, but we're going to go ahead and push through it. All right. Let's bring out that word propaganda that he brought out. All right. We went into another lesson going into that COINTELPRO, which also, a quick side note, the video that we did going into GMS Somalia is not an affiliate of GMS, or he's not a part of it. We don't support his beliefs or anything like that. The brother that was in the video, all right, that's the brother out of GMS Australia, all right. Quick back just to let you know, that brother was doing it live, going into wisdom, knowledge, and edification. All right, going into the topic that he was going into, and that GMS Somalia character, that agent, along with the other character or the agent who I think he said, I think it was terrorists for YAHAWAH and YAHAWASHI. We're not terrorists. We ain't fighting nobody. We ain't doing none of that shit. We just simply preaching the word. We simply pushing this truth. We simply just out here trying to gather up the elect in these times, which is what we're supposed to do. All right, but that brother, all right, that's a good brother. All right, he is not GMS Somalia. He was doing a live, and that person, whoever that was, made a fake channel and named it GMS Somalia and commented on that brother's video. All right, so that's how that picture got up there, brother. I do believe that I tried to cut it down just to put it on the comment. So again, Salakia to you, bro, as well. Pushing many blessings in the name of YAHAWASHI your way as well. All right, so I just want to put that out there. GMS Somalia is not GMS Somalia, and the other page, the terrorists and all that shit, are not affiliates of GMS. All right, But that brother that was in that video, that's a good brother out of GMS Australia. All right. So let's go ahead and push into it. All right. Propaganda. All right. Information, especially on a biased or misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view. So they'll create this propaganda, this COINTELPRO, which was illegal. We know that we went into that was illegal things that the FBI would do. All right, Federal Bureau of Investigation that they would do, but this all goes into that propaganda. They'll fabricate bullshit. All right, to discredit, to demonize the ministry, to demonize this truth. All right, to demonize and discredit the name of YAHAWASHI, but they can't do that. All right, we're gonna keep going. All right, we see these things how they got the UN troops, these rumors and everything about UN troops being on military, not military, so like on U.S. soil as peacekeepers. Like we got that, we got them pushing this shit out. You know, we got like it's so much stuff brewing. We know that, like the brother said, something sinister is going on. All right, got the wars. You got the chariot societies. Chariots are not. They're what chariots are. What the world ignorantly calls UFOs. All right, those are the vehicles. You know, of YAHAWASHI and the angels. All right, you can go into those chariots. All right, and they talk about it in the scriptures. All right, you got the news and all these distractions. But the wicked, the devil, the evil demon Satan, who in the times Esau, all right, he's gonna demonize everything in the scriptures. He's gonna try to. He's gonna demonize the truth base. He's gonna demonize the ministry, and that's what they're doing with this propaganda. All right, and they creating these distractions so they can turn around and distract you and push all of this shit through. All right, prime example when they had that really quick. We're gonna dive into the lesson because like I said, I don't want to make it too long. All right, when they had that fight that broke out in the port, they pushed that shit everywhere. All right, but did you pay attention and realize on the same time that it was uncovered and it was brought out and made public that the U.S. had part in a multi-billion-dollar sex a multi-billion and multi-trillion-dollar sex trafficking scheme? U.S. had part in that. All right, they had part in that. All right, but they used distractions. Now they're bringing out Diddy. They're going out to Jay-Z. All right, really quick, ask yourself, who taught them niggas? If they're being controlled, we know that they're being controlled and all that shit. Who taught them? All right, who taught them? They're just the fall guys. These niggas been doing this shit. All right, they've been doing this shit for years. That's why they bring it out now to distract you. Why they ain't bring it out then if they been new? They've been doing this shit was going on. It don't only suits them now because they need to distract your ass. Wake the fuck up, bro. Wake up. All right, be vigilant. Wake up. Don't get drunk in this world with this society and all. Don't be drunk of the wisdom of the world. All right, you need to be steadfast in the truth and the spirit of YAHAWASHI in these lessons. All right, dive in. All right, grab the bull by the horns, as the elder brother Manatazakba always says. You got to get into it. All right, this is life. Pay attention to the stuff that's going on around you because we know that in these times, bro, Esau's this man is fucked up. All right, he's a cunning hunter. All right, he's very very cunning. All right, better yet, let's grab. I didn't have that prep, but let's grab that real quick. Genesis 25, I think it's 27. Genesis 25 and 27, and the boys grew up, and Esau was a cunning hunter and a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. Esau is a cunning hunter. All right, this nigga is cunning. All right, like something sinister is happening. All right, let's grab that word cunning real quick. All right, learn, skillful, possessing knowledge, skillfully deceitful. All right, Esau is skillfully deceitful. All right, let's grab that here in Google. Having or showing skill in achieving one's end by deceit or invasion. Meaning that you don't, he's trying to make it to where you don't see this shit coming. All right, they push this shit out. You didn't see this shit like you would if we didn't bring this out. Now you know. Now you know. All right, but you don't see these things. So he invades you with this shit through deceit. That goes into those distractions. All right. But something like the brother said, something sinister is going on. Let's grab sinister real quick. All right. To provoke by malice or ill will, false, dishonest, intending to mislead, being deceitful. All this shit goes into like Esau. This nigga is packaged up into his bullshit. Oh, there we go. Deceitful. The water YAHAWASHI, deceitful. Alright. Let's grab that here. Giving, this is the sinister meaning on Google. Giving the impression that something harmful or evil is happening or will happen. Alright. We can see these things. Alright, and we know that the scriptures tell us what this devil gonna do. Alright. King David even prayed that he would be delivered from the wicked, which is the sword. And we know that sword is Esau, according to the scriptures. Alright. But let's go ahead and dive into this here. It's a few points I want to hit real quick. Alright, and then again, I don't want to make it too long, but we got to get the meat off the bone. We got to let you know what the fuck is going on around you. This is the DOD Directive 5240.01. 5240.01. It was put into effective on September 27, 2024. Alright, so during the time of the elections and the debates and all every day, they slipped that shit right under you. They slipped it right under you. They already got it there. You're gonna look up, oh, they can't do this. Yes, the fuck they can. What we about to read, yes, they can. Alright, we're gonna again, you can pull it up on Google, you can read through it if you like. Cause they'll turn around and flood you with a whole bunch of information, but we're gonna turn around and we're gonna get the meat out of here. Let's go to section 3.3. Alright, we got a few sections, a few points we're gonna read it. We're gonna go ahead and dive into the scriptures and we're gonna close it out. Alright, section 3.3. Alright, let's start with this here. We're not gonna read this whole section, we're just gonna kind of jump through it. Alright, and get the key points. Alright, it says defense intelligence components may provide personnel to assist a federal department or agency, including a federal law enforcement agency or a state or local law enforcement agency, when lives are in danger, in response to a request for such assistance in accordance with the following approval authorities. Alright. So basically, they saying that they can give you basically they can turn around and shoot you assets, resources, people, and do whatever they want to. We're gonna see you. Let's just keep reading. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Let's go to point A. Alright, this is 3.3A. We're gonna read. Here we go. Let's get into 2. Alright, again, we're just trying to get the meat of it. Alright, the decision to approve. Side note, we're just trying to get the meat. But if you want to read this whole thing, alright, that'd be too much to go into in one video. Alright, but again, we're just gonna go ahead and get the point. Alright, this is section 3.3A, 3.3A2. Alright, the decision to approve requests for these types of permissible assistance described in paragraph 3.32 to law enforcement agencies or civilian authorities are reserved to the Secretary of Defense. Alright, so what can he do? Alright, scroll down. Let's read C. Here's the meat. Here's the point. Assistance in responding with assets with a potential for lethality. Alright. I guess that's how you said it. Shalawam if I mispronounced it wrong. Alright. Or any situation in which it is reasonably foreseeable that providing the requested assistance may involve the use of force, alright, that is likely to result in lethal force, including death or seriously bodily harm. So they saying that they can turn around as martial law. All right, they can turn around and do this shit, and they know that it might cause. Basically, they can kill you niggas. They say, oh, it may cause. They know what they doing. If you so happen to die, they so happen to unalive or smoke you. Like they can't. Like they can do it. They're making this shit legal. All right. It also includes all support to civilian law enforcement officials in situations where a confrontation between civilian law enforcement and civilian individuals or groups is reasonably anticipated. So that's basically giving the authority to law enforcement officers on regular people and regular groups. All right, it's intended to anybody that they feel like it's gonna be a big threat. All right, they're making the ministry. All right, they're making this truth a threat. So, hey, it ain't just like they making it legal now for this shit to happen. Alright? They've been doing it, as we know. They just putting it in writing now. So now shit, when they have them, hey, this nigga finna just go back to work. Alright? For such Shalawam, Such use of force must be in accordance with DODD 5210.56. All right, this here just go into Army use of force. All right, so the use of weapons. What weapons? Everything like that. We know what weapons they carry them. Like they have them. They're just saying we can use it in these cases. All right. Potentially as further restricted basis on the specifics of a requested of the requested support. All right, and so we know that when martial law hits, it's suspending the ordinary law. So when martial law hits, none of this matters. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do. All right, and we see these things happening. Again, they got U.S. troops here. They putting this shit in order, bro. What is happening? All right, like the brother said, again, something sinister is happening. Let's read D. So now they can use weapons and all that other shit. All right, they take it a step further. Provisions or use of DoD unmanned systems, drones, robots, every fucking piece of arsenal, equipment, asset, or whatever they got. They're making it so they can use it now. They put it in writing, so now they can't be held liable and shit you could do. They can turn around and say, "Hey, that's cool. We put that in writing." They could do that. All right. All right. Provision or use of DoD unmanned systems in the United States, except as delegated by the Secretary of Defense pursuant to the October 31st, 2023 Secretary of Defense memorandum. All right. Let's read B real quick. All right. So they just saying that they can do all of this shit that honestly they can kill you. All right. But they've been doing it. They're just making it legal. All right, and then we're gonna read Part C. They saying all they gotta do is just, if it's legal, they can do it. They making it legal. They just made it legal. We reading it. We're reading this shit that makes it legal. All right. Point B. USD INS approval. All right, for matters not reserved to the Secretary of Defense, and paragraph 3.3A2, the decisions to approve requests for the types of permissible assistance described in paragraph 3.2 to law enforcement agencies or other civilian authorities is reserved to the USD INS. Coordination with the Under Secretary of Defense for the policy is required if the number of requested personnel exceeds 20 people, or the duration of the requested assistance exceeds 30 days. So they're saying if both of these ain't in play, they ain't even got to go to the Secretary of Defense. All right, they ain't even got to get the approval for that shit. They can just do it. If it don't exceed 20, if it doesn't exceed 20 people, and it doesn't exceed 30 days, they ain't got to do it. They can use 100 motherfuckers in a week. Or they can turn around and say, we're gonna get 1,000 and we're gonna do this shit in 72 hours. They ain't gotta get this nigga approval. They can do this shit. They made this like they made it legal. All right. Let's read C real quick. Then we're gonna dive into the scriptures. All right. It says Defense Intelligence Component Head approval. All right, for matters not reserved. So they just gave you what has the two things that both things has to happen before the Secretary of Defense approval. Now they got the other side, because this nigga, again, he's a cunning hunter. He's very crafty in what he do, which we're gonna bring that out as well. All right. It says for matters not reserved to the Secretary of Defense in paragraph 3.3a or to the USD INS in paragraph 3.3b, which we read all that, and the subject of paragraphs 3.3a, b. Let's just read the way it is. The subjects of paragraphs 3.3a and 3.3b and 3.3d, which we read those as well. All right. A defense intelligence component head or delegate may approve any type of requested permissible assistance described in paragraph 3.2 after consultation with the serving legal office. They made this shit legal, so they turn around and say legal office just to make it sound good. All right, they're just like me going, like, you gonna go to them and say, can we do this? And you already know they gonna say yeah, because you already made it legal. Like, come on, nigga, you ain't fooling nobody. All right, you ain't fooling nobody. All right, YAHAWASHI is shedding the light on you niggas. This spirit is shedding the light on the wicked. All right. The Defense Intelligence Component Head will notify the USD INS when approving such requests. All they gonna do is tell them niggas they did it. Them niggas has covered themselves on every basis right now for what's about to happen. All right, we know what's gonna happen, and YAHAWASHI told us what's gonna happen in the scriptures. All right, these end times are coming up. All right, this nigga is about Esau is about to get active. He's about to get active because he wants everything. He wants his blessing. All right, Esau wants he wants everybody under that. He wants that new world order. All right, and what he's saying is if you ain't with that, they deem you as a threat to national security. So they made it legal to off you. All right, put you in them seat camps, concentration camps. All right, put you in all those things. All right, we see all these things that, like, the scripture tells us these things. All right, but the scriptures also says that that the word of YAHAWASHI will not return void. It will not pass away. Let's get that real quick. Isaiah 55:11. Isaiah 55:11, and it reads, it says, so shall my word, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the things whereto I sent it. So the prophecies, things that YAHAWASHI is saying that are going to happen are going to happen. It's not going, if it happens. It's just a matter of when. All right, it's just a matter of when, and we can see when because these prophecies are brewing. They pulling down TikTok now, which is the first steps of trying to get rid of freedom of speech because the U.S. has no control over it, so they're gonna ban it. All right, they see all this wisdom, all the knowledge coming out on there. All right, they're gonna eventually make it to where we can't even tell you all the truth. All right, that's what's gonna happen. All right, but the point is, these prophecies, this word that's going out via the spirit of YAHAWASHI is not going to return void. All right, we know these things are going to happen. Now, a lot of people say, that's the Old Testament. Hold tight, I got you. Matthew 24, and I think, because this is YAHAWASHI speaking here. 24:35. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. All right, the words of YAHAWASHI is not going to pass away. They're not going to return void. All right, they're going to happen. I'm gonna get you one more. 1 Peter 1, I think it's 20 at the bottom. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 24 and 25. For all flesh is as grass, and all glory of man is as the flower of the grass. The grass withered, and the flower thereof falls away, meaning that eventually it dies. Alright. However, but the word of YAHAWASHI endureth forever. And this is the word which by the gospel is preached unto you. All right, by the spirit of YAHAWASHI, we're telling you these things. These things they not gonna pass away. All right, they ain't just gonna fall void. They ain't just gonna fall on the wayside. They're going to happen. All right, they're going to happen. All right, we know that because they sit in these. And he told us that they have these crafty counsels, or they sit in these secret places and they make these decisions. I think that's in the book of Psalms. Bear with me. Salakia. I had a brain fart real quick. Psalms 83 and 1. We're going to stop at 4. 83, 1 through 4. A psalm or psalms of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, that they hate thee. Alright? It's like it. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Alright, here's the point. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. All right, they have taken crafty counsel against this ministry, against the truth, against the word of YAHAWASHI. They are taking crafty counsel against us, trying to tell you, hey, wake your ass up. Get out of this bullshit. Get out of this get your head out your ass. Get out of this world. Get out of thinking you just finna, I want to have a world that's just gonna be cool, calm, and collected, and roses, and I want to travel. Man, they have taken crafty counsel against our people and consulted against the hidden ones. Alright? So basically, they're taking crafty counsel against this ministry, against us, telling you, bro, wake up. Wake up. They have tried to demonize everything that goes against their agenda. And now they just made it legal to where, if you go against their agenda is basically a threat of national security. All right? And they can turn around and say, oh yeah, we're gonna do this. All right, we're gonna do this. They made it legal to do this shit. All right? They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. All right, so they basically trying to do away. They trying to do away with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Puerto Ricans. Who else? Levites. Who are your Haitians? The Dominicans. Who else? Guatemala, you name it, the 12 tribes, all right? But mainly here in the U.S., you so-called niggas, Latinos, Native Americans, and you Haitians. They trying to do away with y'all. So we won't, they trying to do away with us, so basically we won't be no more remembrance. They trying to make it where they get off us, bro. They can get rid of us. They can do whatever they want to do, and it's completely legal. All right, wake your ass up, bro. King David said a prayer. I had brought that out. I think it's in Psalm 17. You can see like this devil, man. This internet has been messing up and everything. It's a lot here. Whenever we get to pushing out this truth and this stuff that's heavy, man, everything start messing up. This is Psalms chapter 17, verse 13 through 15. This is the prayer. This is King David here preaching. All right. It says, arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him. All right. He's talking about the wicked, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint the high sword. All right. In these times, again, what I meant to say just a few seconds ago, in these times right now, he's talking about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. That who Esau was blessed in Genesis chapter 27. We know that he was blessed with the sword. And he basically said, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So the wicked is the sword. Esau, Edom is the wicked, and he was given the sword. All right, I can't we just saw that. Man, I should have brought that one down on the list. All right, but we know that Esau, Edom is the wicked. We know that he's a sword. Verse 14, it says, from men which are thy hand, O Yahweh, from men of the world. All right, they're of the world. If you are of this world, you need to start praying. You better start praying, bro. You get out your fucking feelings. Get out your emotions. All right? Which have their portion in this life. The white man has his portion in this life. This nigga is born with a fucking 800 credit score damn near. All right? This whole society is set up for him. This is his portion. All right? His kingdom was birthed into the earth first. That's why Esau came out first. But the scripture said the elder shall serve the younger. Esau is the end. Esau is the end, and Jacob is the beginning that follows. All right, we're into that transition right now. All right, and whose belly that thou fillest with thy hid treasure, they are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babies. And what he's saying is, deliver me from the wicked, which is thy sword. Deliver me from Esau, Edom. All right, they got all this bullshit going on. The elder world, that he got his portion now. We know that. All right, and pointing to verse 15, he's saying, as for me, all right, as for me, I will behold my face in righteousness. All right, I'm gonna steadfast in righteousness. I will righteousness this truth, and that YAHAWASHI keeps His spirit upon us. All right, he said, I will behold my face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake. All right, we not gonna be satisfied in this life, bro. You're never going to be satisfied, because no matter where you get to, you still have to continue to uphold that shit. Why you think these niggas who have these so-called images and everything, they become a slave to trying to keep up a fucking lifestyle? All right, he said, I will be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness. All right, I will be satisfied. I brought this out. We are that number. All right, I'm of that number. All right. we gonna be satisfied in the kingdom to come. Man, fuck this world, fuck this age, and fuck Esau Edom. All right. So we gotta know that this nigga's a sword, bro. They coming out with the bullshit. All right. He is the wicked. All right. Here's the border of wickedness. Let's grab that. I got 2 more for you, and then we're gonna close it out again. I didn't really want this to be too long, but we had to let the spirit flow. Let's grab Malachi 1. All right. We know that Esau Edom is the border of wickedness. All right. Let's grab that. He just called the wicked. He just called Esau Edom the wicked because we know that Esau, his gift was a sword. All right. He is the wickedness. He is the wicked. Salakia. This is Malachi 1 and 1. We're gonna start at 1 and 1 and stop at 4. It says the burden of the word of Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Alright, was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh, yet I love Jacob. Alright, he loves Israel. Alright, he said for Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. He hates Esau, he loves Jacob. Alright, verse 3, and I hated Esau. Alright, and that's the spirit. And now I don't know if y'all heard that go off. But Salaki, it says, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage to waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Here's the point. For Salaki, whereas says Edom, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. All right, so they return. We in we in Babylon the Great, which is Rome reloaded. All right, so they return, they rebuild their desolate places. All right, again, we read that the word of Yahweh and everything the word of Yahweh Shema Shah and everything he says will not return void, will not pass away. We know that. All right, so listen to what he's finna say. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down again, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh have indignation forever. All right, so he's saying that he gonna all this shit about to get thrown down again. All right, Esau is fighting, nigga. We know you're being like, nigga. You cat's out the bag, bro. We know what we know you, bro. You fucked up. This nigga is wicked. All right, bro. Like we can see this shit. Wake up. All right, let's grab one more, and then we're gonna close out. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. We know that this nigga is being revealed right now. All right, we can see this shit. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. We're gonna start at verse 5. All right. It says, remember ye not when I was yet with you, I told you these things. So he told us, and we can see it now in the scriptures. He's still telling us. All right, what's going on? Yahweh is telling us what's happening. All right, and now you know that, Salaki, now you know what was holding, that he might be revealed in his time. All right, for the mercy, Salaki, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who know letteth will let. Salaki, only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. All right, so you know these things. We're bringing all this shit out now, so you have no cloak for your sins. All right, you came across this truth, whether it be a person you know, whether it be a video, whether you came across brothers standing on the highways and preaching on the byways and everything like that. All right, you came across. So you fall for this shit now if you want to. All right, y'all watching my sides put a serious spirit of delusion on a lot of people. All right, the 2/3, man, y'all, bro. Again, the only way you let it happen now is if you let it happen now. You want it to happen. All right. Verse 8, and then shall the wicked be revealed. Esau Edom, you're revealed, nigga. We see this shit that's happening. All right, we see what the fuck you're doing. All right, whom Yahweh Shema Shah shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, his word. It ain't gonna return void. All right, it ain't gonna pass away, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. All right, YAHAWASHI gonna, man, when YAHAWASHI return, when Yahweh gives YAHAWASHI that word, all right, come back. Hey, I rather we are that number. because there's gonna be a day. Everybody, hey, that's a whole nother lesson. We ain't gonna go into it because then we'll have to bring out a few other points. Our brothers out of the spirit is on. We'll do a lesson of that. All right, verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all the power and sign of living wonders, and with all deceitfulness and unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. So if you want to continue doing what you want to do, or continue feeling the way you feel, you know what I'm saying, and you don't want to hear the truth, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't want to hear that. I don't agree with that. Hey, fuck what you agree with, what you don't agree with. Shit, fuck what I agree with and what I don't agree with. It's about facts. It's about facts. It's about this word. All right? Get out your feelings. Get out your emotions. Verse 11. And for this cause, the Most High shall send them a strong delusion. Again, I said that. YAHAWASHI, there's a strong spirit of delusion on a lot of people. No matter what you tell them or what facts you bring out. Prime example. We know now that these pagan holidays is pagan. It's wicked. All right? It's not right. But no matter what it is, people will still find a reason to say, oh yeah, I'm going to do this because I want, X, Y, and Z. Oh, it's just about this. It's just about this. Man, fuck all that. All right? If we know that, you can't too much blame our parents because this knowledge went out like that. At least from what, and from my understanding, this knowledge went out like that. The internet, social media and all that. But now you niggas know. You niggas have no excuse. You have no excuse. All right? And for this cause, the Most High shall send them a strong delusion that they shall believe a lie. All right? Y'all believe this shit that this white man telling y'all. Don't believe this smooth, soft shit. It just sound good. Alright? Esau got game. He's a crafty hunter. Alright? He got game when they come to his wickedness and pushing his bullshit. Alright? In verse 12, that they all might be damned who believeth not the truth and have pleasure in unrighteousness. So if you take pleasure, if you don't have pleasure in the truth, you know what I'm saying, and you take pleasure in your own folly, your bullshit, and follow the world, nigga culture. Alright, look, the Most High gonna send that strong delusion upon you, and then your ass, he gonna get you up out of here. Alright, he gonna get you up out of here. Alright, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave it at that. And this is the personal thing of what I've said to certain people. Alright, when it comes face to face, just being. I may be on the phone with them, or somebody, that may have a question for me. I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna close out. I ain't gonna push it, I ain't gonna hold no more. Alright. Hypothetically speaking, if those of us who are prophesying this word, pushing this truth, pushing the scriptures, the Bible, which everybody said they so-called love and believe. All right? If we're wrong, which we know we're not, because all this, we can see this stuff happening, but let's just stay with me. If we're wrong, then we all fucked up anyway. We fucked anyway regardless. But the point of what I'm saying is, if we right, which we know we are, because you've seen us go into the scriptures, do research, prove what we're saying, show you, bring it. When we did the lesson going into the curses and showing you real time, we know that these things are right. So again, if we're right, which we know we are, your ass got a bigger problem. Your ass got a bigger problem. If we wrong, we all fucked anyway. And if we right, which we know for a fact we are, you niggas got a bigger problem. You have a much bigger problem. A ball, Yasharahla, YAHAWAH, Bahasham, YAHAWASHI, Bahasham, QADASH, Barak, Atham, Shalawam.
This is Job chapter 18, verse 11. Terrors shall make him afraid on every side and shall drive him to his feet. Now this is going to happen to the so-called white man, okay? You so-called white people, you're going to be terrified, all right? Terrors will make you afraid on every side, okay? And you're going to have no place to run to, no safe haven, all right? Because your kingdom is going down, all right? And it's going to go down drastically, okay? You're going to lose everything, okay? And the whole world will rise up against you, okay? Everyone hates you so-called white people, all right?
Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. The steps of his strength shall be straitened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. The gin shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and shall bring him to the king of terrors.
The power of good is more terrible than the power of evil. You know, it ain't Satan with demons coming back shooting lasers on people, man. It's gonna be YAHAWASHI with his holy angels, man. That's powerful, man. Blasting people to nothing, man. You know? Hey, it's beautiful and it's terrible, man. That's terrible, all right? Everybody gonna be afraid, man.
Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and shall bring him to the king of terrors. It shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. His roots shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. He shall be driven from light into darkness, and chased out of the world. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings. They that come after him shall be astonished at his day, as they that went before were affrighted. Surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not God.
Barakatah YAHAWASHI, Barakatah YAHAWAH, Barakatah YAHAWAH, Barakatah YAHAWASHI.